how do we continue? How do we continue without just telling everything that happens in the book?
I think at this point, shitters, if you don't watch it, get out of here. You didn't read it, get out of here, because
I would
we
like to
gotta
remind
talk about
people,
things.
if you're here, it's a little later, and I should have mentioned this. If we hit 100 subscribers, I will be giving this book away to one subscriber. So if you don't, that'd be nice if you want to get involved in that. I'll pay for the shipping. I'm paying for everything. I'm giving this book away. So anyway,
You wouldn't be let down.
into spoilers of this book, every character fucking rocks.
Yeah.
No, okay.
And at first you're not sure. Like that's the thing. They really let you get to know these people so well.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. And you just can't. Even when they fuck up, even when you're worried that things might go a certain way, they always give you a reason more to love them more. Let's just talk. Let's just talk certain scenes because I don't know how else to really do this. Not in any kind
Middle
of
of the book scenes. Middle of the book scenes before
any
end
book
scenes.
scenes. I'll even say this. The opening scene, the transition from you're on the battlefield of some sort of skirmish with what Kaladin is doing before all this really starts getting to the story, and you're like, oh, this guy's like amazing, like there's this epic battle going on. Oh my god, there's a shard bearer. We've kind of heard about them a little bit at this point in this book. And then it just cuts to a chapter 8 months later and he's a slave, and you're like, what the
What
fuck
the fuck
happened? And it slowly reveals like just that event. Like it takes a
How
pretty
good is that
long time in
scene?
the book until you
Catches
find
the
out what
fucking
happened there.
catches the spearhead.
It
Come
was
on,
intense.
man.
And that's what I mean. Like I was hit with like this epic thing,
I
and out of
told you,
nowhere he
I
was a slave,
told
and I
you,
was like, what
I told
happened?
you 7 months ago this guy's the best battle scene writer
How
to
are
ever
we
live.
here? Yeah, I
I
mean
told you 7 months ago, and he
the battle
is
scenes are pretty good. The action and fight scenes, I can
the
see them.
best
I
to
can
ever
see them
live.
all in the
Told
mind.
you.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I mean, I thought it a bit when I read Mistborn, but I will say I was not let down by any of the battle scenes. I really paid attention for battle scenes. And that's how he pops this thing off, because that's really the first chapter. Like there's a prelude and a prologue, but like the first chapter is that. And
What a way to
then
draw you in, by
chapter
the way.
2, we've been a slave for 8 months. You're like, is Chen alive? Is that other guy alive? Oh no, they're both dead. Everybody's dead. Everybody we're meeting for a while, dead, getting killed. It's getting worse for this guy left and right. You're not really sure when you're going to start meeting other characters that are going to become characters in this guy's life that are around. And then it gets there. And fuck, is it so worth it? You watch this guy also bring himself back from the brink of complete despair and just hopelessness, because what he went through, as you find out as the book goes, was pretty heavy. And finding
What he
hope
went
again.
through, he's a fucking slave. He's a slave. He already went through hell, and he's living in hell again.
Yeah.
And he brings it
So,
back, and it's believable. Like,
yeah.
that's what's so great, is it's believable, you know?
Yeah. I mean, all of those characters, the Bridgman team, that whole storyline,
It's perfect.
10 out of 10. I mean, I
It's
can't.
perfect. How good is it when he's sprinting and he's like able to pull the arrows in like the first times? How good is it? I have scenes that like we just have to say how awesome they are. That scene's so fucking awesome. How fucking awesome is it when he survives the high storm? Come on, man.
Oh, dude.
Come on, man.
Very awesome.
Kaladin's storm blessed, people.
Very much so. Very much so. Because you're not really sure. The book is not really you're like, is there something special about this guy?
I think that's fair. I think that's a part of it being great, is that I
then you're
wasn't
finally
completely
like,
convinced he's going to survive everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anytime there was a Kaladin chapter, never upset to go. No matter what was going on in the other story, if we were back to Kaladin, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
This is solid.
There'd be time Kaladin chapters end, and I'd go to another character, and I'd have to warm back up to being switched, which I would be. But I was upset. So I don't know. Once I really started following the Dalinar story, because the Dalinar story only starts in part 2. So you've read about 200 pages of this book before you even meet Dalinar and his sons,
Adolin.
and all
Oh,
of that.
another lovely character. I love Adolin. Love him
And
so much.
and so I'm already into this book. The
He has
Shallan
the
stuff is interesting. It gets more interesting as it goes. Because it takes a
he
while
has the
before you
top
find out
5 moment in the series for
that
me. Oh, Adolin.
she's trying to steal the thing from Yasna.
Hmm. Yeah, the soul
Um,
caster.
yeah, so when that happened, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And then we lost her for a whole part.
Yeah.
But the Dalinar stuff became so good, and I'm telling you, man, you're only like 2 or 3 chapters into knowing these characters. You're not super clear on them yet. When the scene comes where they have to fight the um the crevasse what the fuck are they called? The
Oh, like
big
Chasm Fiend.
chasm fiends. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um the chasm fiend thing, the hunt that goes awry. I was fucking locked into that
Thrilled.
chapter, dude.
Yeah, thrilled.
And that's not super far into the book. So the fact that I was like, and I didn't know these guys super well, but right after that, I was like, I feel like I fucking know these guys. I bled with these guys. Like these guys are legit. And I think that was the point in the book where like I had read, up to that point over a number of days, and then I was doing 100 or more pages a day after that because I was like, that was such a good scene. This is the beginning of the book, and
Yeah.
then everybody else's stories were then just getting better and better in their own separate ways. I mean, he writes like a television show. I feel like I'm
That's what he
seeing
says.
it.
That's what he says. He's
Um,
trying to
I,
write it like you're watching a movie.
it, I think it would be you'd have to be stupid to not be able to do this first book at least justice on screen because it's all so
I
palatable.
would
It's so
agree.
palatable because it every chapter of this book for the whole book is just someone's perspective, you know, of this certain character or these there's no in between. And then all of a sudden near the end, chapters are starting to hit multiple different character point of views. Kaladin and Dalinar are having moments in the same chapter, and you're like,
Hmm.
"Oh, this is how it's kind of coming together." Before ultimately they are brought together in the story, and it's like I loved it. It just felt so right that finally these moments would crisscross to the point that we're talking about different chapters. Like we're all at the tower. Let's bounce around. We don't need to read a whole chapter of one guy and then
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, it's
You can
time to
get it
bounce
all.
around.
It's
And
like a
that
movie.
feeling, it's that feeling of yeah, like I think you described it really well, that it just feels right. That you're like that it's already such a build up to this moment that crossover of them doing it together and having that perspective like pushes you even further. You're like, "Oh shit, we've made it. We are
I mean,
finally here. We're
you've
at the
read the
point."
length of two big books by the time you
Mhm.
get to that point. So you're like,
Mhm. And
whatever.
you are not let down.
And also, like, I read a lot of series. There are characters that sometimes it's books before they meet. I mean, even like think Game of Thrones. There are point of views that
Uh-huh.
don't meet forever. So I was like, maybe these characters won't meet by the end, and some of them don't. But the fact that Dalinar and Kaladin met in the way that they did,
Mhm.
oh my fucking god, what a payoff! What a
It's so
payoff,
good.
bro, bro. We're like I said, we're jumping around. I am going to talk a lot about the end just because it's what I read today and it's most on my mind. Honestly, that thing about the why do I keep wanting to say crevasse thing? Crater
Yeah,
fiend,
Cosm Fiend.
chasm fiend. Jesus Christ! As if I hadn't seen that
That
word a
scene rocks,
gazillion
right?
times in the past.
That
So
scene
good, so
rocks,
good,
huh?
so good. But
Well, can I jump to another middle scene really quick that I
oh
really
yes,
enjoy that is like
yes,
very Dalinar.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
Dalinar, just really quick, Dalinar begins courting his dead brother's ex-wife. Okay.
Dead brother's
And
wife, widow.
yeah, sorry, his widow. And but Dalinar at this point is really into the codes, the
He's
Alethi
so noble.
military,
He's so
and
honorable.
so noble, and he
Think
feels it's so
Samwise
wrong.
Gamgee, but
He
mighty. It's like
he's so
Samwise Gamgee and
noble.
Aragorn had sex.
He's so noble, and he wants to follow these codes, so he knows it's wrong, but he wants to do it. But it's in a very in a very emotional way. It's not sexual. You know what I mean? It's very pure. You know what I mean? And he's loved her since they were kids, and she's the one pushing the relationship. And he's fighting about it. He doesn't know what to do because he's trying to counsel his nephew, who is the son of the woman, and meanwhile there's conspiracy going on where Elhokar, who is Dalinar's nephew,
The
is
current king.
the current king believes that someone is trying to murder him, and there's reasons behind that, and he believes that it's Dalinar. And finally, this all comes to a head where he keeps accusing Dalinar, he's trying to kill him, and there's all this going on. Where Dalinar kicks in Elhokar's door, busts it down, and
Yo,
storms in
yo.
there.
That's the end of the book. That's not a middle scene. That
That's the
happened.
end?
Yeah, that happened today. That happened after the thing that almost made me cry.
All right, well, this is at the end, at the very end.
This
the
is
very
the
end
end
of
of
the
his
book.
storyline, basically.
I thought that was in the middle.
No. It's like
Well,
the end
at
of
the-
part 4 before
Well,
part
we've
5.
all
But part
said that
5's
we
only
are
like 50
spoiling
pages. Yes.
at the end of the book.
Yeah.
Dalinar's final moment of completion, I guess. I thought that happened in the middle.
That is
My
a cool
bad.
that is a
It
cool
has been a
scene
year
though.
since I've read it.
Yeah, it's like the
He
last
busts
thing
down
he
the
does.
door and grabs Elhokar and tells him,
Just
look,
beats the
buddy.
fuck out of him. I didn't know what was going on. I was like,
yeah, you think it's
what
happening.
happening
because
here?
you're not exactly sure. And Dalinar has this amazing moment right before this where
Amazing
he
moment.
seems like the perfect man, but you can't believe he's this perfect.
Right.
You're right. That's what it is. You can't believe he's
And
this
we
perfect.
will talk about that scene.
So, of course, that's the best moment of the book. So I apologize for skipping it. But you can't believe he's this perfect. So you think he's about to show you how imperfect he is, and you think he's going to go kill the king. But
Which
really,
doesn't
what he
make
does,
sense. So you're just like, what is happening?
but really, what he does is slap him around and lets him know, Elhokar, if I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead.
You would
I
be
could
dead.
kill you
I just about fucking
whenever
killed
I
you.
want. I can kill you whenever I want.
I was so into
So
that chapter,
let's
bro.
calm down and
Yeah.
let's start working together. And
Mhm.
oh, by the way,
I'm
I
fucking your mom.
am fucking your mom.
I am
That is
fucking your
happening.
mom,
So
and you're
we're
just
gonna
gonna have
get
to
over
live
that.
with that.
We're gonna have to work
Oh,
through
I know.
this.
It was such a like that chapter ended.
Sorry. I didn't know that was at the very end. I forgot.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
it's like the end of that chunk of the
you're
story.
right. It's been a while since I've read it. But what a
because it's
scene.
the exact scene after the he confronts
the
Thaddeus.
best scene.
And so you're like, what is going? Like, how could this be good? Like he didn't.
Yeah.
He should have did this to Thaddeus. Why is he doing this?
Yeah.
So good. I mean, he basically is like, yo, daddy wasn't here to be your daddy. I'm your daddy.
Okay.
Because
let's
I'm
jump
fucking
back.
your mom. Yep.
Let's jump back.
Let's jump
Two
back.
best scenes.
Okay.
Two best scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Kaladin saves a noble, and he doesn't really like the nobility, and he doesn't like the rich, but Dalinar Kholon's different, and Kaladin's different.
Yep.
And he jumps in and he
dude.
saves him. Oh my god, how good is it, man?
What I loved about that scene in particular, so like you understand the magic system at this point. You've seen it. The book begins showing you a guy who's like a master of it, using it, and then you slowly watch Kaladin kind of become a Jedi. Like he's getting the abilities throughout the book. And there's all these little talks. The like we said before, the world is rich. You're learning about the gems. You're learning about the stormlight in the gems. Yada yada yada. There's talk of these Parshendi and how in their beard they have these gems. The gems are mentioned a lot, but they're also just part of like the background. They're important, but they're part of the background. When the payoff, it wasn't just that he was going in to save the day. It was the fact that he was going in to save the day. And I was like, where is he going to get some special power from? And he absorbed it from the gems those motherfuckers were wearing. I was like, that's amazing. And it's like it's his Super Saiyan moment. You know what I mean? It's also entwined with like he's going to use his powers right now to the best that we've seen them yet. You're finding out also in that moment, like fucking Sill's like, I'm actually not a wind spren, I'm a fucking magic superpower spren. And you're like, whatever. And he like knows words that have always been in his soul, and it's fucking awesome. And he just slams down, and the bridge crew's like, we got this fucking bridge up and we got to fight too. And it's written so well, dude. It's written so well. He cocks off to Dalinar's men, being like, we gotta go. You guys need direction. Yeah. And then he saves Dalinar. I mean, and you're seeing, I mean, this is the moment where worlds are colliding. You're seeing our main characters meet, and they like each other. They all like each other a lot. to some extent, and it's just so good, and it's such an amazing scene. And that was one of the chapters where it was like Dalinar was fighting the shard bearer, and then Kaladin came in to save him, and then they charged. It was they got the fuck back, and Kaladin's still like, I don't know about the like they say this is where his faults will come, and he's still just like, I am so glad you guys came. You're so emotional by that point in the book too. You're so emotional because like Sadeas, what a emotional player. I thought his scene where he announced Dalinar being not guilty was such a G moment, and just seeing them friends, I was so happy
Yeah,
about that.
how good is that?
But I was so hurt when the betrayal happened. And now I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy. And Dalinar's
Oh
just like,
yeah.
I'm going to you guys are mine. I'm not fucking letting him touch you ever again, I swear. And Kaladin's still like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
sure. Okay, buddy.
I
Sure.
love
Okay,
people
buddy.
like finding faith. I love people
But I
realizing they have a Samwise Gamgee Aragon sex
but I
monster.
was 100% convinced that they were going back to being bridgemen at that point because I was thinking I'm like Sadeas is not gonna just let them go.
And he
Um,
wasn't. He
and he
wasn't
wasn't, and he
because
wasn't.
because Dalinar does. Okay, this is where my little story has to come in. One of my favorite scenes in Return of the King, which is my favorite movie of all time. Nothing can touch it. One of my favorite scenes, maybe my favorite, it's up for debate, is the end of the movie when Aragorn is king and he walks down and it gets to the hobbits and they go to bow and he says, "My friends, you bow to no one." And he and all of fucking not Middle Earth, but all of everybody that's at Minas Tirith fucking bow to the hobbits. And it's such a moment because Aragorn is such an honorable, he's been nothing but honorable the whole time. I cry to this day when I see the scene. Maybe not every time, but like if I'm in the right mind and mood, it's so fucking epic. This is that for this book. This was that in this book. I loved this moment. Dalinar goes up. We're just gonna describe the scene.
I
He
did
goes
cry.
up. He
But
fucking.
we had to set the scene a little bit more. There's these things called oath blades.
Mhm.
And the oath
Shard
blades are the most
shard
shard
blades.
blades. They're the most valuable thing in this world because there's not very many of them
No,
and you can't lose them and they
there's
kill
more than
anything
you'd
they
think, though.
touch. They kill
It's actually
everything
like
they
hundreds of
touch.
them. Yeah,
They kill everything they touch. And
they kill the
and they say
soul of everything
they
they
say
touch.
the value of them is worth a kingdom, one shard blade. And
Hmm.
Dalinar has one, but Sadeas doesn't, and he's always
He's
wanted
always
one.
wanted one. He's
Always wanted one,
always
but
wanted one.
you can
Has
only
never
get
been able to
one
obtain
by
one.
killing a shard bearer, by killing
Hmm.
someone who has the sword.
Yep.
Go on, my friend.
And he didn't.
And he
He's been
can't.
promised it. There's a lot of talk of like getting new, like they're obtain. They make it sound like they're legendary, but they're also obtainable things. But Saddies just can't get one. And so Dalinar basically has this little conversation with Sadeas, just with them, and then finally with everybody. He's like, "I'm these bridgemen, all your bridgemen, they're coming with me, or we're gonna fucking do that. We're gonna go do do." And
Because
Sadeas
Kaladin
is,
saves him.
yeah, he's like, "This is my boy. I gave him my word. My word is fucking law. uh I'm taking them." And he's just not budging. Sadeas is not, he's offering payment. He's not taking anything. And you're just like, what is gonna happen? I was never worried. I was just like, what is he going to do? And when he is like, and he strikes the justice stone with his sword, you're like, whoa, what's happening here? And then he's just like, then I will give you this. You can have Oathbringer, like his sword. Oh, dude.
Chills. I have
To
chills. You
to
just talking
take
about it.
and like you're also seeing Kaladin's of just being like, holy fucked
Holy
by this
shit.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I teared up. I felt it. And I immediately was like, this is the you bow to no one scene of this. And I was like, that is fucking noble as all hell, because he doesn't care about the shard blade. He doesn't care about these things that everybody gives a shit about. And that's when he storms into the king's office, is like,
Yeah,
you're a
my
bitch,
bad.
I'm fucking your mom, and you're gonna put me in charge of all of these motherfuckers
Yeah.
tomorrow. You're like,
Yeah,
fuck, dude. He has
because
no
something
doubts.
because Dalinar knows something
You
bigger is
love these
happening.
characters so much throughout this whole first book. And it's such just like by the end of the book, everybody is just like who we wanted them to become, and now we get to go on the journey from this point on. Like we've seen Kaladin start to develop a bit, but we've seen Dalinar and go, I have no more doubts. I have no more doubts in myself and my feelings and who I am. This is who I am. This is what we're doing. And now I'm like, take me there, Dalinar. Show me what gets you on the cover of the 5th book. I need to know, Dalinar. Fuck. And that's just, and like even like we've barely touched on the Shallan stuff. All great.
It's not her
All
book.
great. That it's not her book, but also that's where like the lore
Second book's her book.
you find out about the Parshendi through her perspective at the end of the book, being like related to the Voidbringers, and it's like, oh my god, like there's so many things that happened at the end that you're just like, oh fuck, like I need to start this second book tomorrow. I was already gonna, but like now the last 50 pages made me go, oh, I absolutely have to, because even though I feel like I understand quite a bit, there's a lot I don't, and I would like to learn more.
I don't know what else to say because I'm doing a very poor job at just like explaining why this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite books of all time.
Yeah.
I just want to look at the rating of the 5th book sometime later. What is the rating on Goodreads? Okay, I've looked.
What is it?
4.38.
Oh, that's not bad.
A lot of people sucking them off for no good reason. The good reason being this book is so goddamn incredible.
I'm excited. I'm still like, I know that I probably won't like that last book, but I'm still
No,
going
dude,
along
don't
the
let
journey.
that change anything. These first 3 books are literally just fuck. They're so good.
And that's enough for me. If this was only one book, I'd be unsatisfied.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
think the
glad I
second
can
one's
carry
better,
on.
and some people prefer the third to the second one.
Yeah.
And I think the second one's better.
I'm excited to start it.
So think of the name of the third book. Do you know what it is?
Oathbringer.
Yeah, you just used that. What's that all about? Oathbringer.
I mean,
why would Oathbringer be the name of the third book?
That's Dalinar's old fucking sword, so I guess
Yeah,
we'll
it
find
is,
out.
dude. Yeah, it is,
I like
dude.
books named after swords. Brissinger was my favorite of the Aragon books.
Yeah.
I love a good sword title. Yeah, no,
10 out of 10 book. I would recommend it to everybody. I'm trying to give it away to people. Telling people to read it.
You could win this book and have just a great time reading it.
And probably know my mailing address as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. Everybody should read it. If you skipped forward to this point, you didn't want to be spoiled, read it. And if you did read it, comment and talk to us about it, because I've left out a lot. There's a lot to talk about. It's
1,000 pages. It's hard to cover it all in 30 minutes.
We'd almost have to do a separate just talk about that series.
Yeah.
Maybe we will. Maybe I read further. Maybe I feel like the second book, if it's as good, you've called it a 15 out of 10. That might get its own video. That might be something on the YouTube channel.
A highest rated book on Goodreads. The second book.
That's insane. Well,
yeah,
I'll be starting
of any book ever written. It's the highest written. It's the highest rated one. Huh?
I said I'll be starting it after I finish editing this podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Great, man.
I'm gonna sleep.
I'm glad you liked it.
Story. I'm
glad you liked it.
I loved it.